Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. Um, if you find that this resonates with you in any way, if you have anything to add to this message, please be sure to leave a message in the comments or to like and subscribe. So I'm talking a little funny today, y'all, because today I went and had a dental procedure done where my first molar was removed due to an infection that I had in my gums. And so, based on what the dentist said, they said it was, I couldn't save it unless I wanted the root canal. And I said, well, you know what? No, I'll just go ahead and have it removed. So, as I'm sitting in a dentist chair, it was a lot of pressure. This woman was using almost all of her muscle to get this tooth out. And she kept saying, that's interesting. It's loose, but I'm having a hard time taking it out. So, finally, she gets the tooth out. And as soon as she, hands it over to the tech, they noticed something unique about the tooth. They noticed that my tooth had 3 roots. And so she was like, wow, this is why I had a hard time taking the tooth out. You have 3 roots. She said that is extremely rare. She had never seen it before. And neither had the tech. Now, these are pretty experienced dentists who have, seen many teeth and have uprooted quite a few teeth. So I asked her, I said, well, can I take the tooth home? And of course they said, no, I couldn't take it. They said that, well, because, it had an infection or whatnot. It could be a biohazard type of deal or whatever, which was interesting because it came out of my body. So how much more damage could it do now that it's outside of my body? But they wouldn't let me have the tooth. So I said, okay. I didn't even think to take a picture of the tooth. So this picture that you're looking at here is an example of a tooth with 3 roots. And when I came home, I did a little bit of research. I haven't done a whole lot of research, but I've done enough research to understand something. There are only particular people in the world who have 3 roots specifically, sorry, y'all, the first molar, okay? So molars generally have 2 roots, but occasionally a third, smaller root grows. Now, in Europe and Africa, fewer than 3.5% of people have such teeth. This is combined between Europe and Africa. Less than 3.5% of people have these type of teeth. 3 roots in the molar, okay? So that rules out Africa, okay? Because before I proceed, I had prayed. I've been praying to the Most High Mother and Father to give me more clarity about where I came from. Because as you know, melanated people, we tend to go through this, turmoil in our own minds. Are you Aborigine to America? Are you the true native Indian, or are you African? The Most High showed me this through having my tooth uprooted, because I found out that 3 roots in a lower molar are rare in modern humans, right? The overall prevalence in non-Asian people is about 3.5%, non-Asian people. So that's every other group of people. You clump them all together, only 3.5% have 3 roots. But in Asians and Native American populations, the proportion of 3-rooted molars rise to about 40%. That's a huge difference only in Asians and Native Americans. Now, I know I'm not Asian. But the Native Americans, which I am here in America, born in Washington, D.C., shout out to those of you who's from the DMV, right? My ancestry comes from this side of the world, okay? And we know that DNA, a lot of times you find out about a person's lineage either through their DNA, their blood work, or some form, mucus sample or whatnot, or you can find out through fossils. The formation of their bones, how their skeletons, are shaped, and, various aspects that's similar to other people where they was able to find fossils that was very, comparative. And so for me to find out that I have 3 molars and that only 3.5% between Europe and Africa combined together. So that rules out those 2, okay? I know I'm not European, but that rules out those 2. So that leaves Native American or Asian. Now, of course, we know the indigenous people of Asia are melanated skinned people, but the Native American makes more sense. And so I do want to encourage you all out there, okay? Let me read this. It says a rare dental trait that is more common in Asian and Native American populations. Three-rooted molars could have its origin entriced with our archaic relatives, the Denisovans, according to new research. Few people probably give much thought to the subterranean shape of the grinding teeth in their lower jaw, but paleoanthropologists look to teeth. Often, the only surviving fossils remain in our ancient relatives for our clues to prehistoric family trees. Okay, so these are those who are well studied in this. They look at the teeth because often the fossils, the teeth, are the things that's remaining in order to trace back who you come from, your ancestral lineage. And so I strongly encourage those of you who have had teeth removed or who are going to have teeth removed, if you are a melanated man or woman here, go back and look at your dental history, specifically your molars, and see, did you have 3 roots? Okay, because they may not have told you this directly. Maybe it wasn't a discussion that came up, but there's a reason why they keep your teeth. There's a reason why they don't let you have them. But this is a very rare trait that only the Asians and the Native Americans have. Okay, and it's 40%. It's a 40% chance that you will have it as an Asian or a Native American. Again, Europe and Africa combined, there's only 3.5%. That's like a drop in a bucket, less than a drop in a bucket, okay? And so it's very important to start paying attention, because the Most High has a way of showing you things without you really having to do a whole lot of searching. You just have to ask and you'll get your answer. And I'm 100% sure that the Most High showed this to me so that I could get the answer that I was seeking. Because I don't have a lot of people in my family that can give me identifiers of who we are and where we came from. I wasn't, I didn't come into that type of lineage, And so with that being said, the Most High had to place me into an uncomfortable position in order to get down to the root of some things that I still had questions about. Now, there's no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt in my mind. Because if I were, let's just say someone, 100 years from now found my teeth, right? They will most certainly trace it back to those people that they mentioned, the Denovians, however they pronounce it. They would connect my teeth to them. They would say that I had to have some form of relationship to them, which the people that are most closely related to them are the Asians and the Native Americans. And so this is where, truths are starting to come out, y'all. And a lot of times people get angry at those of us, melanated beings here in America when we say, no, my lineage comes from here. I am a Aboriginal of America. I am the Native Indian. A lot of people get mad when you don't automatically trace your roots back to Africa, because they assume that somehow you're denying a part of you. But it's very clear, this is undeniable. This is undeniable based on the how rare 3-rooted molars are. It's undeniable how rare it is in Africa itself, because we're talking about the combination of Europe and Africa is only 3.5%. So if you exclude Europe from that and just say, well, what is the percentage of Africans that have 3-rooted molars? Then you probably break that down to about 1%, if not less. And so we got to pay attention to these types of things and stop letting people, force feed you, cultures and belief systems. You are who you are. And the Most High is going to ensure that all truths get revealed here in the age of Aquarius. And so, yes, I am native to this land. Yes, I am considered what they would be called a Native American. And a lot of people have to get out of this image in their mind where these are straight-haired people with lighter skin or reddish toned skin. I have very kinky hair, and I have very, dark copper colored skin. Okay. And so I just thank the Most High for the experience, because I didn't want to get it removed. And trust and believe me, y'all, I tried a whole lot of natural methods to try to save this tooth. But every time I went back and got an x-ray, they said, yeah, the infection has gone down into the bone. And so it's going to keep coming back or whatnot. And so I had to get it removed. I had to uproot and get myself in an uncomfortable position in order to gain an answer that I had been praying for. So pay attention to these types of things, y'all, whether it's you getting a tooth removed or if your children have to have their tooth removed. Ask them, when they uprooted that molar, did they see 3 roots? That will be a strong identifier to your lineage and your family tree. So that's my message for you all. I hope it brought you clarity and it helped to educate some of you on things that you may not have been aware of before. Go check those dental records and see if they have anything, because they have to document. They have to document to say, to protect themselves. So go check it out and see if there's anything in your dental history, if you've had a molar removed, that indicated that you had 3 roots in that molar. I love you all, and I'll talk to you all next time.